What's up, guys? How you all doing? Hey, welcome to another Maker Monday. Today, sorry it was going to be so late, but today we're going to be checking out a little bit further in the how to produce videos. We're going to be looking at different video editing softwares today. So we're going to be checking out a couple of them. Two of my favorites is on here. One, beginner. So we'll go ahead and get started. Again, I apologize for this being late. I know it's going to be late when this comes out. Excuse me for a minute. Got something in my eye. But it's going to be a little bit late for this one, but that's okay because at least it got out. So this Wednesday, I'll be releasing another DIY with MI that I think you guys are going to like. But anyway, let's go ahead without any further ado and let's get started on this. So now, continuing on, last week we talked about different video cameras and things to use that we'll be using for making pretty good videos. Like right now I'm using a Logitech camera. Woo! To capture me here. It's a USB camera. I'll go through some other stuff about capturing video in maybe a later segment. If you like this, make sure and press that thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments if you like these videos. I'll keep doing them and I'll keep going, and I'll tell you how to do video capture here on the computer. All right, so anyway, enough of that. So let's look at the softwares. One very simple and free software that we're going to look at here. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller here. There we go, that's better. So what we're going to do is we're looking at Microsoft Movie Maker. Now, those of you that don't know what this is free from Microsoft. Movie editing software. Now, what I do is I think you have to download the Microsoft Essentials pack, which is free, but you may have to do that. I can't remember if I've done that or not, but I think Windows 10 may just come with it. So depending. What you do here is you get a little preview pane and you get basically your spot to place your videos. So you can hit add videos and photos is basically what you do. Now I've got something already set up. We're going to go to YouTube channel, original share, and you select your videos that you're wanting to do. You plop those in. It slams them in any old method, and you can basically move them, cut them, split them, move them around. So like we can do a preview here. Let's see, I think I got my desktop audio on. I'm going to turn off my blast so I don't get feedback here. But there it is. Oh, seems like it's not wanting to play the desktop audio. Give me just a second. I'll see if I can fix that. Okay, sorry about that. Got my audio fixed. So now there we go. Woo, there's the normal intro, and then there's all the other pieces. So what you can do is you can right click and choose different things. You can split it. You can set points. I don't know, like this one, I need to rotate it. So you come up here and you say, I want to rotate it to the right. A couple of times, there we go. We've rotated it around. And then this one, same deal, rotate it around. So there we go. So there's our deal. It has different transitions and different things you can have. Beginnings, you can add interesting basically intros and stuff. Of course, I've got my own intro, but you can also do transitions. I believe that that's in here as well. There's different transitions. I don't know, to tell you the truth, I haven't used this in years, but this is a good way to get started. What you do once you've got your video where it is, you come up here to File, you're going to say Save Movie, and usually I do for high definition display or recommended for this project. A lot of times will get you very good, or you can create, I think, a custom one. So you can do custom settings and put in, you know, your own settings, your height, your width, your frame rate, all that stuff. It even has some presets here for Android, Apple, Windows Phone, and things like that. And it works pretty good. You can do some pretty good stuff with this. Dig into it, and you can find some pretty cool things to do. So now my next one that I highly recommend that's on the freeware version is gonna be Kdenlive. Now this one right here is a Linux-based version. You can find it. I'll put the link down in the description. Let me grab the web page right here. All right, so you can get it from SourceForge. This one is Kdenlive on Windows. What this is it's a VirtualBox image. So those of you who don't know about VirtualBox, it's from Oracle. It's actually basically like VMware, but it's free, totally free. You download it and it works fine. Now I have VMware, so I'm running mine in a VMware workstation. But and so you basically, if you're going to go that route, you have to convert this, which there's a converter that you can download that converts it from VirtualBox to the VMware. Sorry, had to think for a minute. Lost my train of thought. I saw that like kids picture and it blew my mind. I was like, what is that little girl doing? Anyway, so once you get it installed, basically there's just a deal. It's like a film strip right here. It's called Kdenlive, okay? And it pops up in here. Now with VirtualBox, you can do this. Can't remember how to do it with VirtualBox, but with VMware, you can link a folder and tell VMware that you want to share a certain folder that's on your PC with the VM, and that's what I've done. I called it the virtual share. But you select your videos that you want to put in. You hit open, that comes up here in this little kind of project tree space, and then you just drag them down here onto the timeline. You can preview each one in the preview pane, but then if you go up here and move it down, you can move it down to your space. So let's see, we got 2 of these. So let's put this one here. Let's put that one onto the end, let's say. Now, if you hold down the control key, you can zoom in. You can zoom in and out and get more detail and less detail. Thing I like about this software is it shows the audio track, like the actual spectrum of the audio track. And you can see right here, that's my intro. That's me turning on the camera and getting things set up or whatever. Well, I don't want all that space, all that time. So if I can show you this, see, watch. Okay, guys, so now we got everything free. So I don't want all that intro time. So what you can do is you can cut that down. So I can cut that down real quick and then plug it in, and there'll be a nice transition between, okay, guys, and then we start. Okay, so, and I would do the same thing if I take and shrink this down. Again, I'm holding down the control key, and it zooms relative to the time cursor. So wherever the time cursor is, that's where it's gonna zoom. So I would do the same thing with this one. I'll take like the tail end of this, I'll cut this down, and then I'll take this one, cut this one down, and then put them together, okay? And so that's kind of how I go about editing. Now, let's say that audio is way too loud. Let's say, let's come over here. This audio on this beginning, because a lot of times it is. This is really, really loud. So if that's way too loud, you can right click on it and choose split audio. Now it breaks the audio out from the video, so you can edit that audio differently. You can take and choose this audio track, configure tracks. I believe that you can, well, that's how you can mute it. You can probably add an effect. There we go, effect, audio correction. It's been a while. Choose gain, and then you can take the gain down. You can take it down, let's take it down to 25%. Then it'll be real quiet, or at least it's quieter. So you can play around with the audio and stuff, splitting it out and whatnot. You can, like I said, this one needs to be rotated because it's upside down the way my camera is. All you do is right click on it. Well, if I can get it to right click, go to add effect, I believe. Then you go to crop and transform, and then you just go to rotate. Now the rotate is kind of weird on this. It has an extra 0. Like we need to go 180 degrees, but if you do 180 degrees and hit go, it just kind of puts a cattywampus there. So you have to add another 0. Don't ask me why, but you do, and that flips it all the way over. And so you can do that for both of these clips. So like this one, you would do the same thing, effects, crop and transform, and rotate. And then 180, 1800. And Bob's your uncle. So this one is very nice. The nice thing about it is when you go to render it, in this rendering, it actually renders it in the format for, you can go, let's see, let me find it, H.264, which is the preferred render format for YouTube videos. So it already has it. It's already ready to go. I got children coming down. So, hi, Briley's. Okay, you're gonna make snow cones? Snow cones. All right, so what we're gonna do here is once we set that, basically everything else is set. You're gonna name it. You'll name your file or whatever, and then you'll just hit render to file, and this will go ahead and render out your video. Pretty darn slick, and it's free. And this does all kinds of stuff. You can have the picture in picture if you do the transition. You can do a composite where you can basically make what you're seeing right now. You can make 2 different videos, overlay them over the top. You can do regions, you can do subtract, lighten, hue. It'll even do green screen stuff. Like, you can do all kinds of cool stuff, professional quality editing with Kdenlive. So I highly recommend it. Okay, now last on our list is going to be the professional grade software, which is the one that I use for my videos anymore. Now this is going to cost you. This is the paid stuff. It's subscription based, which is kind of a pain, but it's obviously Adobe Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro will let you do literally anything. I mean, it's just crazy. It comes with all kinds of canned transitions and intros and things like that. It does a lot of really cool stuff. So what you do to get started on this is, again, just drag it down to the timeline. It imports it and it'll scale and set up the video for whatever you have imported. You just bring this stuff down. Now it always keeps the audio and the video sort of semi-separated, I guess you could say. So same rules here, except you hold down the Alt button to zoom in and out, but it will zoom relative to your cursor. Okay, so wherever your cursor is where this one zooms. Okay, it doesn't matter about this time deal. It's based on the cursor. Now, the cool thing about it is, I don't know if you heard that, but it actually will play the audio as you drag the cursor around. So that's kind of cool. And same deal. You get this little cursor popping up. I don't know if you can see that, but I can now drag and cut this down. I can also change to the cutting tool. This little tool, it looks like a razor blade over here. That will cut wherever you click. You can also shortcut to it. I'm pressing the C button. If I press C, it'll change to the cut tool. If I press B, it changes back to my cursor tool. And if you need help with that, hover over, you'll see the tooltip, V for the cursor and C for the razor tool or the cut tool. So I can do it one of two ways. I can cut it, then choose it, press the delete key, and it's gone, and then move them together if I want to. So now, like this one needs to be rotated. So all I have to do in this one is go to my effects, and go up here to motion, expand that out, rotation, and this one actually is in degrees, 180, and there it is, there, then it's rotated. Now if I want different audio levels, this is a cool thing about Premiere Pro. If I want a different audio level on this versus this one, I can move this one down to another audio track, to A2, and then come over here to my audio settings, and it's basically just like a stereo mixer. I can take A2 and see, like right now the sound's about like that. I can crank that way down to quiet, and now it's a whole lot quieter. And I can actually play with it live while it's going. So I can hit play, and I can play with it. I can make it loud, I can make it soft. I can, I can play around with it, do whatever I want. So that's kind of cool about it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty spiffy. Editing and splicing, you have so much stuff to do effects with and whatnot. This is a really powerful software. I probably only scratched the surface of what it's capable of. It also integrates seamlessly with their Creative Cloud, which allows you to put together stuff like After Effects, so you can do like my intros. That's what I've been using for my intros anymore, is Adobe After Effects and things like that, and putting stuff together, and you can create special effects and all kinds of stuff. It integrates seamlessly with Premiere Pro because obviously it's all Adobe products, kind of like Microsoft Office. So guys, anyway, I hope that helps you guys. Hopefully that gives you some insight on some software. I hope that you enjoyed this little video, and definitely let me know if you would like to continue to see this kind of stuff on the channel. If you would like some in-depth tutorials on how to use the software, how to use the video cameras and things like that. If you want that kind of stuff, I don't care. This is an electronics channel. We cover all electronics. That's totally fine with me. So if you want me to do that, hey, I can do it, but let me know in the comments. The best way to get the content that you want is to let me know in those comments, man, because I will give you exactly what you asked for. So in any case, let me know in the comments. Guys, thank you very much for watching the videos. Check out Wednesday, and because that's coming up, DIY with MI. It's a new one. We haven't had one in a while, so I got that coming out, as well as Maker Faire is getting closer. I'm doing some cool stuff with overclocking and whatnot at one of our museums. So I may film some of that and throw it up here just because it's fun to see. So anyway, so we'll do a bunch of stuff like that. So make sure and like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps the channel. When you subscribe, make sure and ring that little bell icon, so that way you don't miss the updates and stuff that I put out. I think I sent an update earlier today telling you that this video is going to be late. I like that mechanism that Google has put in now, where I can send out a message to all my subscribers just by typing it in. I can put pictures in it and maybe little GIFs and quick little videos and things. So that's going to be awesome. I'll be leveraging that a lot here in the future. features. So definitely ring that bell so that way you get those notifications, because if you don't ring the bell, you won't get the notifications. So anyway, guys, check me out on all the different social medias, and check out the t-shirts. I'm not wearing one now, but there's t-shirts down Zazzle.com. Check those out, as well as other coffee cups and whatnot. Check out the forum. We've had a lot of people join the forum. Haven't been seeing a whole lot of traffic on it, so definitely check out that forum, because I can't answer everybody's questions. So check out the forum, and we can all kind of work together as a community to answer each other's questions so far as all the different things that we do on this channel. So guys, with that ought to do it. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.